Have you ever felt tired of explaining yourself to people who never truly wanted to understand? You speak with honesty. You open your heart. You tell your truth. But somehow they twist your words, doubt your intentions, or make you feel guilty for just being yourself. This story is for you, the one who keeps explaining, defending, and proving, when peace actually begins the moment you stop. Once upon a time, in a quiet riverside town surrounded by tall trees and golden fields, there lived a young craftsman named Aamir. He made wind chimes, delicate ones that sang softly whenever the wind passed by. People loved his work, and the sound of his chimes could be heard in every corner of the town. But not everyone liked Aamir. Some said he overcharged. Some said his designs were copied. Others whispered, "He thinks he's better than us." Aamir, kind and humble, tried to explain. He told them how long it took to craft each piece, how he chose the finest wood and metal, how he wanted every sound to bring peace. But the more he spoke, the less they listened. Days turned into weeks. The rumors grew louder, and Aamir's heart grew heavier. He tried to prove himself with kindness, to explain himself with truth, but somehow every word turned into another misunderstanding. At night, he sat in his small workshop surrounded by unfinished chimes. The wind outside made them whisper softly, and he wondered, why do I have to keep proving who I am? Why can't silence be enough? One evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, a traveler passed through the town. He stopped by Aamir's shop, listening to the chimes swaying in the soft breeze. The old man smiled and said, "These sound peaceful, like they belong to the wind." Aamir bowed slightly. "Thank you, sir. But people here think I'm dishonest. No matter how I try to explain myself, they never believe me." The traveler looked at him for a long moment and said, "My son, have you ever seen the river argue with the rocks?" Aamir blinked. "No, it just flows around them." The traveler nodded. "Exactly. It doesn't stop to explain why it moves the way it does. It doesn't fight, it doesn't defend. It just flows, because the river knows its path. And that is enough." Then he smiled gently and added, "You don't owe anyone an explanation for being true to yourself. Those who wish to see your heart will feel it in your silence." And with that, the traveler walked away, leaving Aamir standing in the quiet light of dusk, his heart suddenly calm. From that day, Aamir changed. He no longer explained himself to those who judged him. When someone doubted his work, he smiled. When someone whispered against him, he stayed silent. He simply let his wind chime speak for him. And something strange began to happen. The more silent he became, the more peaceful he felt. His hands moved with clarity. His mind felt lighter, and his craft grew even more beautiful. Travelers who passed through the town began to buy his wind chimes. Not because he spoke about them, but because they felt something when they heard them. Peace, stillness, truth. One day, one of his critics came to his shop and asked, "Why don't you defend yourself anymore, Aamir? Don't you care what people say?" Aamir smiled softly and said, "When the wind blows, it doesn't explain its direction. It simply moves. I've learned to do the same." That night, as he hung a new wind chime by his window, the breeze passed through it, filling his room with a soft, gentle melody. And for the first time, Aamir truly understood, silence is not emptiness. It is peace speaking in its purest form. Dear listener, you don't owe anyone an explanation for who you are, what you love, or how you choose to live. The people who truly see you won't need convincing. And those who don't will never believe you, no matter what you say. So let your actions speak quietly. Let your peace be your proof, and let your silence protect your energy. Because you were not born to explain. You were born to exist in truth. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it today, and subscribe to English Talesphere, where every story helps you grow your English and your soul.